Hi, Nikhil. Good evening. So,
Hi.
yeah,
Mm,
Nikhil, do you mind giving a bit of intro about you, like what you do and what is your background?
I I did my master's and I'm like in my OPT. I just want to uh, learn DevOps. So Chaitanya, he suggested me about this.
Okay,
So that's why I'm here actually.
okay. Just a second.
Yeah. Sorry for the intro if I did something wrong. I'm at the workplace, so I'm managing the booth.
Okay, okay, Nikhil.
Yeah. So
Okay.
as you
About
said, it's a demo class, so
yes,
I just joined the.
yeah, yeah, no issues. And
Yeah.
no problem. Just I thought of, I mean, I generally have a habit of knowing the person
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Let's start. About me, I have almost 18 years of IT experience, and in
Yeah.
cloud and DevOps, I have more than 8 years of experience. So
Yes, sir.
then, in today's class, I'm going to give you the introduction to the DevOps and our the opportunities in DevOps and
Yeah.
what is that we are going
Actually,
to
sir,
study. Yeah,
like I have one question before we get into
yeah,
that.
yes,
Uh, Whether I am choosing the right, what we call technology, as considering
yes,
the market, that's the
yes,
thing running in my mind actually.
yes. Not only your
Because
mind. Yeah.
yeah, everybody is suggesting one like Java or somebody's like everybody has one thing that they are putting in my mind. But I came
Mhm.
up with the DevOps,
Okay. Okay.
so I have
In,
that doubt. So
in next 30 minutes, I try to give you some inputs. Okay. Where
yeah,
after that, definitely you will find your answer. Okay. Just in case you are
okay,
still confused, you can ask
yeah,
me in this same session. So I will answer.
okay, okay.
So
Mm.
before I start, like, do you have any idea what is the DevOps and what do you
Mm.
have in that?
To be honest, no, no. Can you hear me? Sir, can you give me 1 second? One
Yes.
second.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 minute. I'll be back. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm at the workplace, so I just want.
No. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hope you are now settled.
Yeah. I'm sitting. I just closed
Okay.
the store for 20 minutes.
Yeah. No issues. So basically, when we think of DevOps or what is exactly a DevOps is nothing but DevOps is not a software. It's just a
Yeah.
methodology. It's just a methodology which will help us uh, in accelerating or improving our software development life cycle. Okay. What is this software development life cycle is? For example, you have your client. client or any person who holds a business. Say it can be ICICI or it can be Apollo hospital person or it can be someone like e-commerce website. So these people whenever they want a website, okay, they will approach the IT company. In the IT company, obviously you have a team of people who are working there to build an application, build a website, build an app, app, mobile app. So when these people approaches the IT company, there will be some people on a higher level called business analysts who will gather the requirements and who will act as a bridge between the clients and the development team or the core team which is going to build the application. So
Okay.
for example, these people have a requirement of list of 40 items like creating a login page, then registering a user, then the landing page inside a website, what they have to
Yeah.
see, what customers have to see, what staff has to see, kind of 40 requirements are there. I'm just giving some number, okay? It does not need to be 40. And they have a timeline of 6 months to achieve this. Then this business analyst will take it to the core team, headed by, say, solution architect. Solution architect is a person. I'm explaining the terms or designation so that you have an idea who will be there in a company. Okay, there will be a
Yeah.
solution architect or project manager, someone sitting there. So the solution architect is going to understand the requirements, what is exactly client looking for. Okay? Then he is going to give suggestions on building a website. Not suggestion, he is going to design an application. Like, should I build this application in Java or should I build it in .NET? Or what is the database I am going to use? Is it SQL Server or Postgres? Or what is the cloud service provider I am going to go with? Is it with AWS or Azure or GCP? So like this, there are some decisions to be made. So this solution architect is going to design that project. Once that design has been made, this is the stage where he is going to decide to complete this project in 6 months. I need so and so 20 resources. Again, when I say 20 resources, that resources is a mix of programmers, testers, then uh, you have cloud architect, then DevOps engineer, then database engineer. So there are many roles inside a company or many people who build a website. So obviously he will end up with these 20 people and the work will start, right? So what is the very beginning stage of the project development is coding. So the project will start with coding from programmers. Once the program coding is on, then the next stage it will be is a build stage. Build stage is nothing but bringing all the code along with the libraries. Say, for example, Java needs some libraries or some dependency files to build. Okay. Similarly, .NET has its own. So bringing that code together along with the libraries and you know dependencies to build as a program. I mean, it has to run or execute or compile. So that is the process of build. Once the build is over, they are going to publish the code. What do you mean by publish is, if you remember, whenever you want to install an application in your laptop, you need to create a setup file. I mean, you have to get a setup file so that you can install it in your laptop. So similarly, creating that setup file. So then build will follow the publish means they are going to create a setup file or bunch of files which are needed for deploying the application. So that is followed by deployment. So deployment process is nothing but the project has to be deployed or installed into a server or any other equivalent services you need to utilize. or if it's a mobile application, you need to install in a mobile. Why do they do that? They have to test the application. This is called user acceptance testing or test environment. They won't directly give the view to the client. Before they give to the client, someone has to test it. So that is why there is a testing team in your company. So this testing team is going to test each and every functionality which is completed by the developer. It is done by developers. This is called QA team or testing team. So these people is going to test. There is also a testing kind called automation testing that is also available. So these people is going to test it. If any issues are there or something is not matching the requirement, this is going back to the developer for the further fixing the issue. So this iteration continues till all the 40 items or any item which is, with zero errors. There should not be any error or any issue here. They make sure that after so many iterations, everything is fine. Now, this gets deployed into next environment called production environment. We call it as live or production, whatever. So this is the environment which is used by the end user or the client. And on top of this, there is also, there can be, see, this is again, I am just saying UAT and testing and the production are two environments. Some companies, there will be 4 environments, means multi-levels. Some people have here another level of environment testing called UAT2 or staging or anything. Then in that case, there will be a third stage called production. So whatever it is, the last stage is the production environment. And that is called the live environment. That is the live environment. Now, this is what exactly happens in any software lifecycle. This is called SDLC, software development lifecycle. So this is a cycle. Once the production is deployed and clients start using it, there are two things can happen. One, they may ask for a change in existing work, or they may bring it with another additional 30 items to work with. So either ways, the process continues. Okay. Now, why it is called DevOps actually is because DevOps is actually worked by 3 sets of teams. One is a development team. There is something called quality assurance QA team and also operations. At different places, you see these people. These works are done by developers. Generally, these works are done by infrastructure team or IT operations team, and these works are done by testing team or QA team. So 3 teams will come together to complete this kind of a complete work. Okay. Then what is the advantages of DevOps compared to okay, before going to this point, I want to tell you before DevOps, what was the process we used to follow. So this is the process which previously we used to follow. And what is this process is? Same steps, there is no difference. Requirement analysis, then we design, implement, verification, maintenance. So same set of steps. But if you observe, each stage looks like this, like requirement analysis, then there is a design, then there is testing. Sorry, each stage looks like this. If you observe the diagram, this is looking like this. This looks like this, and that is why we name it as waterfall methodology. What is this methodology and how does this differ from DevOps is in this scenario, say for example, first stage is there. First stage, we will complete it, and then after completing the first stage only, we will be going to the second stage. In the sense, we have 40 items, all 40 items we will complete it in the first stage. Then we will move to the second stage. Then we will complete all 40 items. Then we will move to the next stage. Then we will move to the next stage. So in this methodology, one disadvantage is When one stage is happening, the subsequent stages or the prior stages, people used to be idle. And we are always sending the work for the next stage only as a batches. So the main disadvantage here is to complete a small piece of work also, we used to, the client has to wait for longer time. I do remember following this model where a small change will take 2 weeks time minimum, because we won't deploy to production instantly. Now with DevOps, what happens is if you complete a process here, say one small piece of work is there that is completed here. Because of this DevOps and automation process, this will go to this stage in a matter of 5 minutes or even lesser. Because once you complete this, we won't wait for all the other 39 items to complete. So one work is over, this will follow this stage and reach the next stages. So immediately the second work will start working, or some people will work parallelly, right? 3, 4 people will be doing multiple works. So once that work is completed, that will follow the stage and go there. Against waterfall model where everything used to happen as a batch. So with DevOps, lot of improvement is there, and that is why in DevOps, what are the principles on which it works is this is more on customer centric action. Means we focus on customer. So all the development or all the other activities happens with customer satisfaction in mind, and customer is the main point. Then create with the end in mind. See, we always uh, think what is the end product and how it is going to be useful for the customer. That is what we keep it in mind and we start working in the prior stages. Then with DevOps, there is a lot of visibility. Like as I said, multiple teams are working and each team is responsible for the work at all stages. It is not just that developer completed his work here and he won't be focusing on anything else. No, he is responsible till here. Similarly, a tester is working here, but he has to have an idea on what is happening all these stages. So that is why each person in the team has a end-to-end responsibility. And cross-functional autonomous teams means there are multiple teams which are working in this DevOps process, and multiple functionalities has been shared between teams. So that is where there is an advantages for the company and also for the multiple teams as a technology. Then continuous improvement, because the things happening very quickly and there is a scope of observability. Like it's more visible, so it's more easy for us to identify where we are lagging and which process is getting slower and improve it. We are getting that chance. Then this is very important. You know very well, nowadays automation everywhere, there is an automation. So in
Yes.
DevOps also there are a lot of automations happening, and because of that only we are able to deliver. So when it comes to DevOps, these are all the stages you have. So it starts with planning stage, then coding, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor, and again planning stage. Why I have kept this as a cycle is once we complete our work and we have to monitor also our work, then it will again lead to a development. Means the next works will come, or the older issues we have to sort it out. So with all these things, this is what it's going to happen now. There are so many set of tools used in different stages. See, for a coding stage, you have these tools. Then for build, you have these tools. For test, these tools. Like this, every stage you have so many tools. But don't be scared seeing this. Like, should I learn each and every tool which is visible here? No. You are going to study only tools which maybe one tool per category, I will say. In a simple way, I say that one tool per category. Like you can study Git here, or you can take Maven here, you can take JUnit here, or Selenium, or Jenkins in this stage, or Datadog in this stage, Kubernetes, AWS, Docker. So we are not going to study each and every tool which is visible. If you study like that, some people do that mistake as a beginner. They try to learn each and every tool which is available in DevOps. Then what happens is by the time you complete learning all these tools, the new tools will, because DevOps is very dynamic and new things keeps on coming. So you should understand what is the requirements or what is the scope of each stage and then learn on top of it. All right. Now comes the very important concept where what is that I need to know? What are the things I should know to become a DevOps engineer? Please, you should have some basic knowledge on uh, Windows and Linux systems and command. You know, there there is command prompt or some Linux commands or basic Windows commands are there. So those things you need to have an idea. Suppose you don't know, it's nothing to worry. In our classes, we are going to teach those, right? And then programming skills. So programming skills does not mean you have to learn Java or you have to learn .NET and come here. It means that you should be able to understand what is happening inside a program or what is that programmers do, so that it helps you in building your DevOps solutions. Then you should also have the cloud skills. It can be anything. It can be AWS or it can be Azure or it can be GCP. Any cloud service knowledge you should have. And that is also no need to worry because we are going to cover it. Then practical experience with containers and orchestration. Containers and container orchestration is the most in demand requirement nowadays in a DevOps skill set. And you can see any requirement or any JD from a for a DevOps engineer, you will see that they are asking for Docker container or Kubernetes. So this is a top skill which is needed and in demand. So we are going to cover those. Now, after all that requirement, then what is that I am going to do to get a job is you are going to get familiar with version control systems, means how to manage your code. Then what is continuous integration, means from the code stage, after taking the code, how you are going to deploy. Till there, it is called continuous integration. So after that, how do you automate the thing? Like creating resources or installation or running some configuration, saving configuration. All these things, how do you handle an automation platforms? Then comes monitoring tool. Monitoring is very, very important where we are going to monitor our applications, whether any issue is there or something wrong is there. So all these things we are going to monitor there. Then comes the cloud infrastructure. So cloud infrastructure is nothing but you have many cloud service providers, Azure, AWS, or GCP. So one of the cloud infrastructure we need to go through. Then comes container orchestration tool. So Docker, Docker containers, building Docker containers, then Kubernetes. All these forms into the container orchestration tools. So these are all the things which we have to understand and we have to learn. Even if you don't have any basic skills, I am going to, or we are going to travel in this journey in the next 2 months or 3 months, whatever it is. We are going to explore all these things and learn those skills which are needed for a DevOps engineer. Okay. Before I go to a practical example, do you have any question?
Question. It all looks
Correct?
new to me, to be honest.
Nikhil?
To be honest, it all looks new to me. To be honest, like it
Actually,
all looks new to me.
your voice is not clear actually.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, now it is fine. Yeah, please.
Yeah. To be honest, it all looks like new to me. It's like I'm in a
No
puzzle.
worries. No worries. That is all, you know, that is my responsibility to teach you all this.
Yeah, when I hear this, I'm feeling like I have to learn this all.
It's, when we see the things, it looks like that, but as we start doing it, right, it becomes
Yeah,
much little bit easier. I mean, I won't say it's very easy because if it is
yeah,
very easy, everyone will do it. I mean,
yeah, yeah. I
because
can understand.
this
It
is
won't be
something,
easy.
yeah, it won't be that easy, but I will
Yeah,
try to make it easy.
sure, sure.
Okay. So I think you can see the screen in front of you.
Yeah,
So this is actually one of the cloud service provider console, AWS console. See, to run the DevOps project, okay, you need one cloud service provider. Either it's Azure or AWS or anyone we need to choose. So because AWS is market leader, I am going to choose AWS. Unless a student has a requirement of going to Azure, I will choose AWS. Again, as that is again depends on you. If you choose AWS, otherwise Azure. But my suggestion AWS because it is the one in demand. So code pipeline is a section which will achieve what I have said till. Okay. If you observe the left hand side, there are the categories here, sections: code commit, code artifact, code build, code deploy, and code pipe. If you observe all these terms I have explained you. Here it is code commit. These two stages together called code build. Actually, here there is a stage involved which is called code artifact also, and this is called code dev. So all the four stages are here: code commit, artifact, build, deploy. What we will do is each stage we need to configure, and pipeline is nothing but this one. Pipeline is nothing but everything will put in a straight line so that each stage will happen one after the other. So each stage is going to happen one after the other. That is a pipeline. Okay. I know you still don't have that knowledge of understanding a build or understanding a publish, but I just walk you through the process how that happens. See, before we start this pipeline, you just observe what it is looking here. You have a source code stage. Okay, this is a place where you have saved your code, and there is a build stage where your code is going to get built, publish, and there is a stage where you can test the environment, and you then there are some approvals are needed. After that, there is another stage here which is called deployment to production. Okay, and for the test and for the deployment stage, I need to create a environment for deployment. So that will actually take a lot of time for creating this new environment. But other things we can execute. I think we can execute the taking the source code and then building it, and then the testing stage will stop here because we have to set up the environment for it. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
and before we do this, actually we need to create the environments here. Each and every stage we need to set up. Okay. Before we go into here, I will show you manually how does it happen. See, this is some example code. Okay. This is some example code. Don't worry, you have no need to write all these codes. This is done by the programmers, okay, which they are going to write the code. You are not going to write any code.
Okay.
But I have to tell you the process, so I'm showing it to you. So generally, this is
Sure.
the process project, any project it can be. And remember, for a DevOps engineer, what project or how big the project is does not matter. That is programmer's headache, or programmer is going to build it. Okay. Now, after someone writes a code like this, say for example, I have some code, I will just write some 30 demo class on. So say for example, a programmer has written a code like this. Now, as I said, a code, a project will have so many files, different types of files, and different programmers would have written those files. And there is also dependencies and the version of software, version of .NET. This is a .NET project, so version of .NET and what are the dependencies at each stage. Everything comes together and runs an application. So that is called build process. So there is a build option here. So there is a build option here. When I click this,
Yeah.
the build is going to get started and build got succeeded. It means
Oh,
this project have all the dependencies and the libraries and versions which are suitable for this project to execute successfully. That is why it is with zero errors. For example, sometimes there will be a scenario where this will fail. If this is failing in this stage, we should not move to the next stage. Some people will make a mistake. It will fail here. They try to still move to here, but it will not fail any. I mean, it will definitely fail everywhere. Or sometimes directly it will fail here. It may cover up here and here, but finally it will fail here. So that is why we should, if build is showing any error, you need to fix it and then send. Okay. After that, you have a stage called publish. So in the publish stage, what will happen is whenever we are deploying a project, we won't deploy all the files. We are going to deploy only an exe file or some selected files only. Okay? So creating those files is called publish. So there is an option to publish here, and our publish location is. So I will clear up this location because when I hit publish, the new files has to come. Publish.
yeah.
So the publish is completed at 7:12, and you can see I clear up this folder, but you can see the files now at 7:12. So these are all the latest files which are published from the project. Means my change, whatever I have done change here, you remember I made one change. This some line I have added. So that will be reflecting now. So what is the scenario here is I have code, I have build, I have published. And the output of this publish, I have some files. These are called cloud artifacts. Now this artifact has to be deployed in somewhere. See, At this moment, in this demo class, I am not creating any virtual machine. Instead, I am showing on my own laptop. But in our class, we are going to create some virtual machine and show them.
Okay.
In my laptop, I have already set up this project as a website. This demo website is there, and I will show you before deployment of this project what is the page, and after deployment what will happen. Currently, I will run and see. Today is DevOps demo class. You observe this text. I am yet to deploy. Okay. Now I am going to deploy it. So what I have to do is, don't worry if you, if you don't understand anything now, in our normal class, this is a demo class, so I am just moving faster. In normal class, I will explain you step by step. Each step I will
Yeah.
go into. Okay. So what I will do is, there is a location where I need to save my files. So it says inetpub w3 root and demo folder. So I need to go to the inetpub w3 root demo folder. These are the old files. So what I have to do, I need to remove these files. This is because I have opened it. Just I will take a screenshot to remember what was there and what is there. This is open, you can get it. So I cleared my old one. Now I have in my hand my new project. So the deployment team is going to copy. Now, if I go back and try to restart, can you see this?
Yes.
And this is a website. So this is how your website gets developed daily or weekly or whatever. Right? The client keeps on giving requirement for the development of website, asking for images, asking for some logo, or asking some new information, then some uh, transactions or anything based on the business. Okay? So the website keeps on improving every day or of course every day, every week. You see, website has been built. Correct.
Yeah.
Even you take a Flipkart, today some features will be there, tomorrow or after 1 month they will find more features.
Yes.
So this is what we are going to achieve in a DevOps. Even though I showed you everything in my laptop today, but we are going to do all these things in automation or in cloud. Even here, I can run this process now to show same thing happening in cloud also. In a pipeline, if I click this one, what will happen is each stage is going to happen. I should know. See, when everything in cloud, I should not use anything from my laptop. That is why I have saved my code in some website. And GitHub is a portal. I will explain you what is GitHub later, but that comes here. In this stage, it will be there where I have to save my code there. So I saved it here, same code. What I am going to do is I am going to make change to same page. What is the page I modified? Index.php. So here also there is this one. So here I'm going to add a new line. I will add this line, same line here. So I have made a change and I am going to And I told you, DevOps is all about automation process. See, after I commit here, okay, I will take you to this screen. I won't touch anything, but you will find that all these stages will start working because I have set it up like an automation. Means whenever I make some change and commit, this process will trigger, and all these
Okay.
process will happen one by one. But as I said, I did not set up this stage, so it will stop here. Okay, these stages won't happen today, but it will stop here. But these three stages will happen because this stage I have shown you on my laptop itself instead of going there and creating. Let us observe. See, I'm just going to click and go to the tab. Click, go here. I'm not touching anything. You see what happens in a while. Oh, sorry. Actually, this is not the one. Wait, my mistake. Actually, this code is not here. It is somewhere here. Okay, not in this website actually. I placed inside here. So same file, but I'm going to make a change. So index.html. As I said, a same code I'm going to place. Now you observe what happens. I commit there. It is having in a while. You will see some. See, there is a change. Did you see the June 30 has come here, and now this
Yeah.
process is running. Means this is automation. Like once I already configured these things, automation process. That is the reason once I make any change, just like I did here, because it was on my local laptop, nothing happened. But here it is not the case. Once in cloud, I made some change, automatically the next stages is going to trigger. So once someone makes a change, all these steps gets into automation and it will go here. Even testing also you can do with automation and then all the process will go. See, once this process is over, the next stage will go. Because I showed you here manually, don't ignore, don't worry if this gets failed because I showed it in manual state. Yeah, as I said, this won't happen, I told you, so ignore that. See, the process has completed. Just to prove that whatever we did in automation and whatever we did manually is same, I'm going to take you to the output of these files. The output of these files are saved in one location. If we compare, June 30, 7/20, right? And if I download these files, go to the download. See, there is a download, and if I explore the files, did you observe these files and whatever the published files I have done, both are same. Demo update, almost same.
Yeah.
So why is it this? This proves that whatever we have done manually, I was able to replicate it with automation. And I know today is a demo class, so I just explained you on an overview. But this is the whole process which is going to happen in DevOps. But there are so many tools inside involved. So I know. Now I will answer your first question. I remember your question. Do you
Yeah.
want to ask? Okay, before that, do you want to ask something? I am done with my explanation or what I want to say.
To
You have anything to ask specifically?
to be honest,
I
I
do.
uh,
Okay.
I can't
Uh,
explain right now. It's
I
like
remember,
I'm
but I
already
remember.
almost pissing in my pants.
Yeah, no issues. I remember your first question, like why I have to choose DevOps. I will answer that question. Okay. So why you have to choose DevOps is is a very vast field. I mean, what you say, very vast and a lot of things are involved. And you see here, we are dealing with application development or deployment, all those life cycle. So these things are going to happen ever. At least next 10 years, these developments or deployments or website building, app development, everything is going to happen next 10 years. Okay? So the jobs around it is going to be there. And this has many tools inside. So if you go with DevOps as your career, you have wide range of skills. So if not in one area of IT, you are going to fit into other area,
Like
right?
I didn't
Huh,
understand.
no, means you are going to learn lot of skill sets
Okay.
when you are learning DevOps. Okay? So with that, what
I am
happens is
thinking like whether I can do. I am after listening this. I'm thinking like
hmm,
I don't have this much of caliber.
no, I did
That's
not tell anything. These are very simple.
uh,
Actually, it looks like this, but it's very simple. As long as
because I am from electrical background.
okay,
I so to be honest, like
no
sorry for
problem. See,
interrupting you.
no, no. I
I
am
just
from
want to
mechanical
talk.
background. I am from
Yeah,
mechanical background.
I just want to talk a minute. Like yeah, uh, actually I'm from electrical background. I have zero knowledge of like this computer thing. So when we passed out in 2023, everybody is going to US. Like it's one sheep following the other thing. I
Hmm,
just followed them and I came here, end up like this. I never
no,
touched coding in my whole life and anything regarding the computer science also, nothing like that. So I fell in a loop,
hmm,
and when you cut down the 2 years, I am here.
okay,
Yeah, right now I'm hearing this. I'm just like feeling like I
no,
don't know even 0.001. I'm very honest with you.
no problem. See, if you know
Yeah,
everything or if you know many of things, you will not be here, right? You are here because you don't know anything. Hmm.
yeah,
You are
exactly.
you want to learn, so you are here. And
Yeah,
more
yeah,
importantly,
exactly.
I tell you something. When I hear about you, what you are saying, okay, I was
Mm,
also from background of mechanical engineering, and I
yeah,
never touched any of these coding or everything till I got job.
yeah.
Right. So when I got job only, I started learning all these things. But still, I
Okay.
was able to explain you in a decent way. So I mean to
Yeah, yeah,
say,
sir.
these are all something. It's not a rocket science.
Yes, sir.
If you observe all, I am sure. I'm saying you are triply right. You ask any of your
Yeah.
triply friends itself, they are all in IT.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they are all able to learn some course or some technology and move on, why not you?
Yeah.
So it means
Yeah.
here there is
Yeah.
nothing what you say very difficult also. I won't say very easy. I won't say it's very
Yeah.
difficult. It is
The
in between.
considering the situation,
Hmm.
the layoffs and the things, I am feeling like I made a wrong move. So
Not like that.
I'm
See,
like in a question mark. Like I have to get a job. When we come to the masters, our visa is like pushing us to get into the job.
hmm,
Right now, they are asking, expecting very much from us, and
okay.
I don't know
See,
anything. So I'm like
mm,
clueless and helpless here.
no problem. I can easily
Yeah,
understand. But
yeah.
one thing I say, I teach almost 50 people or more on DevOps till now, okay? Individually.
Okay,
I know more than 50 people, out of which there are 20 people who don't know anything. Even they are not even engineering. So when they
okay,
came to me, they don't even know how to copy file. So
okay.
I have guided them from that level. But
Yeah,
now they are working. Now they are
okay.
working. So I mean, I'm not really trying to convince
Yeah,
you on anything, but I'm
yeah.
trying to tell
I'm
you.
sorry to ask you, sir. Like, are you
Yeah,
passionate about this job or just or passionate about teaching? I'm
obviously.
sorry. Yeah,
Otherwise, how will I teach?
I just
See,
wanted to know.
see, that's why I said I already have good amount of experience in IT. Okay? Even if I won't teach,
Okay.
also I don't have nothing to lose. I teach
Yeah,
because I
that's why
wanted
I
to
was
help
asking.
people.
Yeah, sure.
So
Sorry for the question.
no,
Maybe
no.
it looks weird.
There are many times I told a student that this won't suit you, so move to a next one. But I am not telling to you. It means I know certain things about. I observe certain things. So you just don't think too much or don't really
You
regret
observe
for
something?
whatever happened. Okay.
Like
Uh,
what? I didn't get you. Can you like
no, no. I mean, if someone takes a wrong decision, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
some people join this course instead, there is a better option for their skill set. Okay. I would have told.
Okay.
Many times I told you choose that, not this. Okay, because this is difficult for you. I am not telling to you because I know that you can easily take it.
How?
I understand the people, right? How they are, and what they are, and how they are replying. So anyway, you
How,
need
sir?
to make up your mind.
How, sir? How you know that I can make it?
This is not
Even
really
I,
difficult thing. Okay, see, you
even
are
I don't
thinking that
have that.
this is difficult. Okay. Anyway,
Okay. Okay, sir.
you think first.
Yeah.
See, I can't really pull you anywhere,
Yeah.
but this is not really difficult. You can ask your friends who got jobs in
Yeah.
DevOps. It's easy,
Actually,
but
I
you
feel
need to put
a
efforts of
shame
no,
of
no, no,
myself because considering my the qualifications,
no,
everybody had like oh a lot of skills, and when I look into my profile, I have nothing,
no.
nothing.
If
Seriously.
you complete this right in 2 to 3 months, your profile also looks bright. See,
Yeah.
I know like we will feel that nothing is there in our list. There will be a period where we feel are we writing too much or
Okay.
which ones are not needed actually. So that is
Okay.
also another stage. So
Okay.
instead of thinking like that, you just start somewhere. But I bet after a month itself, like I'm not even telling after I complete my course,
Yeah.
50% of course itself, you will get a confidence that you
I
know
wanted
something.
to, tell me,
Hmm.
as you said, like you, at first you asked me about, like, tell me about yourself. So
Hmm.
at that time I didn't want to tell you, but right now I
No,
just want to open with you. That's why I am
no.
telling this, or maybe it looks like a dramatic, or I don't know, but I just want to tell you the truth. because I don't know
Nothing.
anything. Yeah,
See, actually, telling that is also good. No, not a. I mean, I
yeah.
understand, right? Even if
Because
you won't tell, I
if I am
understand.
not honest with you, then there is no
See
like
that.
maybe I'm yeah,
Two things I suggest you. Okay, whether you take up or not, I don't really bother. Okay? But I two
yeah.
things I suggest you. One, first thing, this is not difficult.
Okay,
Okay. Second thing, you need to do something to fill your resume. Otherwise, you will end up there where you are. Okay.
okay, yeah.
So make some efforts. Uh,
Sure, sir.
but this will help
Sure.
you more because you are going to learn a lot of things. Means
Okay, sir.
uh, without much I mean, if you take Java, it will take 6 months for you to understand Java and get into the proper programming.
Okay,
But this will not take 6 months. This will just take 2 months for you. Means you will reach
okay.
one level very quicker because
Still,
of many tools.
still I can have the same opportunities as Java, right?
See, both are. Let me ask you one thing. Uh, if
Yeah,
you go to a what you say any field, like there are multiple people working in it. It is not like one
yes,
person. See, that is what I said. Java people will be sitting here,
yeah,
but you are
that's
sitting on
cool.
a overall. You are there everywhere.
Okay, okay,
If you become a tester, you will be sitting here. If you
yeah,
are a
sir,
business analyst, you are only here.
yeah,
Okay,
sir,
but with DevOps engineer qualification, you are everywhere.
yeah.
But
Almost touching everything, right?
you won't go very deep into everything, but you are there everywhere.
Yeah,
So, in any point of your career, I mean, after
yeah.
learning whatever I said, you can choose one place where you are to expertise yourself. That is phase two, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you may be interested or comfortable here, you go there, or you are here,
Okay.
you go there, or you are here, go there. Whereas these people can't come here, or this BA
Okay.
can't come here,
Okay.
but you can go to here.
Yeah.
This is the reason why people are behind DevOps because it helps you in career on an overview. I mean, many skills.
So
So
considering
that
the
is why,
situation, I made a right choice.
yes, definitely. So that is why I am saying whoever friend suggested you to come here. Okay,
Nobody suggested for the DevOps. I just choose randomly by myself. Even I
okay.
told you I don't have any idea. Just I
But
know Chaitanya for a
today
long
you
time.
got
She
some
like
clarity, right? What exactly happens or what at
yeah,
least
yeah,
5% or 2% you know now.
yeah.
I bet
So
after 50% of my classes, right, you will get
yeah,
lot more confidence.
yeah.
So I taught civil engineering people also who don't know what is a server or what is a code. Nothing they know. But still I get
Even
through.
even
Mhm.
I am
So
I'm the
that
same
is why
thing.
I'm not feeling anything new for me. It's a same story I heard many times. So that is why I'm very confident. Did you ever see me worried or anything? No. I am
No.
confident after 50% I will improve your car by 50%.
Okay.
Anyhow, I need to rush. Sorry for this.
Okay.
My teammate will talk to you. My teammate will
Okay.
communicate with you for further things. Okay.
Right now?
Anyhow, I don't know. Like maybe immediately. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So nice. Hoping we meet again.
Okay. Uh,
Bye.
thank you. Thank you, sir.